morning, welcome to my channel. My name's Dawn, I'm the Reclusive Crafter, and today is Stash Busting Saturday. But before we get started on Stash Busting Saturday, I just thought I'd share my little expandable belly band with you that I did. I think it was the last video I did this. I did promise I'd come back and show you the finished piece. So all I've done is there was this little to the beach in the kit. So I've added that on. I thought that was quite appropriate because it looks like you're walking down the pier to the beach or the jetty, whatever you want to call that. I've just added a few little embellishments there to the little flowers, and I've put the ocean breeze on there. So that now acts as the little tuck-in for the flip. And when you flip that up, I've just put on here the background of the shells, and I've just put a few extra little embellishments on there for almost like little pearls of the shells, really. And I thought that would look really nice on there as well. So that's it. That's that piece finished and ready to be placed as and when I get round to doing that side of it as well. I'm just wondering about I think I will. I'm just going to round these edges as well. Being as though this bit here is rounded, I am going to round this piece as well. It didn't want to round then. There we go. Okay. I think we're there with it, aren't we? Let's have a just check. That's better. There we go. So just rounded the corners. Just going to pop a little bit of ink on those, and then that piece is, as far as I'm concerned, complete. So that's that bit done. So for today, I had planned on showing you the creating of a little shaker journal card. But I forgot to record it. So let me just show you what I've been finding. So when I wanted to do the shaker card, I went through all my stashy bits and I found, oh, there's a little bit of paper in there. I found lots of little sparkly bits that were relevant. And I also found some of these, which I thought were really nice. They're little shell shape thingies. I guess they were used in things like jewellery making and things, I'm guessing. I've no idea where they came from. They were probably part of that stash that I had when I bought that huge haul of stuff that I had. But I thought they would be nice to try and use in the project somewhere. So I'm going to try and make use of those somewhere. So I dug those out. So they're now on my desk for use. And I also dug these out. These are lovely. These are napkins, and I'm going to try and do something with these as well. I mean, that design there is absolutely perfect, isn't it, for the ocean spray theme? Well, I thought it was anyway, so I thought I'd try and use that one. I've also got this one here. It's just this piece that's kind of duplicated or quadruplated. It's done 4 times anyway on the napkin, as you can see, and I thought that could be used somehow as well. It's got the compass there, which is quite nice, and there's a few bits here that could be cut out for collaging with, which are lovely. I've also got this as well, which has got the little yacht, the shells, the lighthouse and the little fishy. And then I also found this one as well, which has got the 4 little seashells on it, which I thought was very nice and in keeping. And it's all the blues as well. So it goes absolutely perfectly with the ocean spray. So I'm going to try and make use of those at some point while I'm doing the project, but I'm not quite sure if I'll be able to incorporate any or all, depending on what I'm doing. Okay, so I found those as well. And for today, this is what I did earlier. So this is my shaker card. Look, isn't that beautiful? And I haven't finished it yet. That's the journaling space on the back there. I thought I would go ahead and just finish embellishing this as part of today. I love it. I think it's beautiful, isn't it? And I will talk you through what I did, being as I didn't have the courtesy to show you what I was doing, which was very rude of me. So the main part of this is one of the pages in the Ocean Spray kit of Scrimping Mummy, and it's the other page like this with the window, but it's got the ship in the background as well. So all I've done is I have cut out the little window bits of the window, or the little glass bits of the window. And then I had this design. Let me show you what I did with it previously, if I haven't already done so. So Amanda last year did lots of challenges for her design, not just the design team, for her Facebook group. Sorry, lost the plot there. And this is what I did with that design. Amanda gave us the bits here, but then I did this design here and married the two together, and I wanted to try and do something like that for this project as well. So this is what I came up with. I came up with the shaker card, and the background picture is just a reduced version of that picture that I've just shown you effectively, and cut the little window bits out, stuck it on with a little bit of foam tape, and put some little sparkly bits in so that it shakes as well. So I rather like that, and obviously I fussy cut all around these little bits as well, and then I just also cut another strip of this out and fussy cut around that, so we've got a little tuck in there as well, which is very pretty. And I just want to finish this off now, so I thought it would be nice to put a couple of little bits into the little tuck in there, and I thought a map is obviously in keeping with the whole nautical theme, going off to sea. So I thought I would use that. But what I also thought was nice was the Song of the Sea. Obviously, when you're a ship's captain, sort of back in the day, you know, that the sea called to their men quite a lot, didn't it? And I thought that was rather nice and in keeping with that as well. I really like this, but I'm not sure if I want to do something with it. I might just add a few little, I don't know, a few little sparkly bits maybe. I mean, I'm really into the sparkle thing at the moment. I don't know what's the matter with me. And then these little ship's captain hats, I thought I'd add up here as a little pull out, so they can go up there, so that you can, or maybe, I don't know, can't go down there because I'll cover the ship up. Yeah, they'll maybe go on there at a jaunty little angle. We're into our jaunty little angles. Well, I seem to be anyway. So I thought I might put that up there. And then I also chose some little wording, which seems to have gone walkabout. So there it is. I also chose a little bit of wording, which I would just thought I'd do a little banner up there. And I thought I'd cut that down and use that as a little banner across there to put the wording on. So that's my plan, Stan. I'm going to do a little bit of embellishing around here with some of these little sparkly bits, and just to finish it off. So that's all I'm really doing for now. It's just as well, actually, you weren't around for doing this. I really struggled with it, to be fair. Just so that you're aware, there is foam tape around the window, obviously underneath the design, and then I just stuck it all down and inserted the little gemmy bits and the sparkly bits. Hopefully you can see those okay, sparkling away in there. And then I obviously added the anchor as well. So I want to just make myself a little banner. I'm just not quite sure. So I don't want it to be more than probably about 3/4 of an inch would be nice. Let me just get my cutter. Turn it round the right way. That's always a good start, isn't it? And I want just 3/4 of an inch. I'm just going to take it off of here because I quite like the idea of the anchors, obviously in keeping with what we're doing. Okay, and then that, yeah, I think that might be a bit too wide actually. Might be a bit too wide. Just wondering if I can get away with doing it any narrower. Let me see if I can take a slither off and just see what that looks like. And I do mean a slither. And I've learned that if I just put that on the edge there, that literally takes a slither off. The trouble is trying to cut something as narrow as this is a bit of a task. Oops, bit of a task. Let's scooch it into place. Okay, let's see. Did I manage that? Oh, that wasn't a bad effort, was it? So I've literally just taken that little sliver off there. And we'll see if that looks any better. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. At least I can see the little window fixings, which is what I wanted to be able to see. Okay. Alrighty. Right then, let's do a little bit of ink. Lost me ink, it's there. So how are we all doing Saturday? Got any plans for the weekend? I haven't. I'm actually recording this earlier in the week. I know my other half is going shooting down the range on Saturday, which will leave me probably to play in here really, which will be lovely, won't it? Unless somebody has other plans for me. Apparently the weather's going to be quite nice on Saturday. Whether it is or not, who knows? Who knows? Okay, so a little bit of ink on those. Glue. Let's pop a little bit of glue. Okay, we want the ocean first. Come here. So a little bit of glue on there. And pop that into place. Okay. It just about works, I think, at that size. Position that. I want to bring it in a bit because I might round the corner. I haven't decided yet. Okay, happy with that. And then these little words, they are part of the kit as well. So if you pop along to Amanda's Ko-fi page, you will find them. There we go. Okay. Right, so if that's going to go about there, maybe. So I want to cut that off about there. I'm going to use a knife to do this because I'm not particularly good at cutting straight. So if I go with the guidelines, I might stand more of a chance, mightn't I? Let's just open that up. Cut that down there. And then I'm going to make a wee banner. And that wasn't very central, but never mind. I'm sure it'll be fine. There we go, little banner. How do we like that? I actually think it could do with being a bit shorter. So I'm going to take that off there. Going to extend that a little bit. That's better. Happier with that. Yes, there we go. Little banner. Do I want to round that off? I think I will. Just a little round. Just that much. Just to marry it up with the rounding of the card itself. I think looks nice. Wee little bit of, whoops. It's alive, I tell you, it's alive. And then a little bit of, just check I'm recording. Always a good thing. I'm starting to have issues again with sound and goodness knows what's driving me bonkers again, but never mind, we won't complain. It's better. Okay, and now I'm going to stick that down. Now then, do I want that down there or down there? No, definitely want it at the top. Just thought I'd have a quick look, see what it looked like. Quick look, see. Go. Smoosh that down a bit. Oh, sorry, just realised probably wasn't in shot. Right then, and then I want to put that think about there. There we go. So we have Ocean Dreams, lovely, liking that. Pop a little bit of ink. Just going to get this to lean on, just while I do those little edges there. There we go. I'm not really sure using this colour. I like the colour, I think it goes with the blue nicely, but I think using it on some things is just making things look a bit grubby, to be fair. So I might detract from using it on everything. Right, so I'm going to stick these two pieces together, so I'm going to pop that on there for now, just to give me a starting point. Okay. In fact, it might just be easier. Let me take that off of there. It might just be easier just to glue one piece and then glue the other. I do make life difficult for myself, don't I? Yes. Maybe just there. That's nice, actually. I like that. And then that piece is going to go. Sorry, I keep forgetting. I am naughty, aren't I? There we go. Just marry that up with that. And then we've got the little ship's captain's hat to act as a little pull me pull you. There we go. So that's that piece on. Happy with that. Although I've done that now and I've covered up the little bannery bit, haven't I? I'm such a donut, aren't I? Never mind. It still looks nice. I still like it. I just didn't need to do the banner after all because I'm an idiot. Right then. So I want to put a couple of little bits in here, just where there might be little pearls dotted around. Don't want too many, just a light embellishment. And what did I do with my tweezers, guys? I've lost my tweezers. Oh well, mustn't grumble. They're here. Sometimes life is so difficult for me. Right then, let's pop that one on there. Like I say, I only just want, I don't want to go mad, I just want a little accent, that's all. I think I will go with that size for over here. And I want about the same sort of size for the other one, so let's pick that one there. Pop that one in there. So we've got some little pearls. Can you see those? Just tiny little pearly bits in there. Just a few, just to add a little something. And that, as far as I'm concerned, I'm happy with that now. So that's complete, and that's what it looks like on the reverse side. So I don't know if I mentioned I chose that because I think you would still be able to journal on that okay. So that's that one. And then this one, again, I just want to add a few little bits on it. So I'm going to pop a little bit just in the centre of that flower there. Now then, I had somewhere, I wonder if that's going to be too big. Let me have a look and see what that looks like on there. I just had it on my desk and I've just remembered it was there. So it's a little yellow gemmy thing. Get off. I'm not sure I like it actually. Okay. Right. So, let me pop one of these on before that glue dries. What size do we want? Don't want it too big. I think we'll have that one there. Let that dry. Okay. And I think I'm just going to put a few little bits down here actually. 1, 2, 3 little bits down there. Are they too big? No, I think they'll work okay actually. One. Going to go and kill my dog in a minute. He's licking. Does anybody else have an aversion to that? Drives me bonkers, honestly. Oh, that pinged away. I can't bear to listen to dogs licking. Mind you, I can't bear listening to people eating either. Right, do I like that? Or do I think they are too big? No, I think that's okay. I'm happy enough with that. So that's that. Just a tiny, tiny little bit of embellishment on that one. And then the map. I'm not really sure you'd do anything with a map, would you, really? Maybe Have I got one to hand? I've got this one to hand, which is quite handy because it's the same paper that I used on the back of the journal card. Maybe I could just pop that on there perhaps. The idea being that this is going to go in here. Or do I want it on the side there? I'm not really sure I want it anywhere, if I'm honest. Don't know. Let me pop a little bit of... Instead of using the grey, I'm just going to use the vintage photo and just see if it kind of marries in more with the colours a bit. And see if that makes a difference to how it looks. Which of course it will, it's just a case of whether or not I'm happy with it, that's the thing. Right, let's have a look, see. Does that look any better? I think it does actually, I just think it pulls it in a little bit nicer. Yeah, I think we'll go with that now. Just pop a little tab on there. Like so, a little bit of glue. So, you pop that in its holder, it's getting a bit temperamental. Now I'm not going to round these corners because the border of this is clearly square, and if I round it off I'm going to encroach on the design there a little bit, and I don't want to do that. Just pull that over, push that down a bit, and we are in position. There we go. Where are we? There we are. And that's about centre. That's nice. Okay, so that's now going to go in there. Like so. This one is going to go in here. Or do I want it over this side? No, I'm going to pop it there so that those little sparkly bits just stick out over the top a little bit. Let me move that one over a little bit. There we go. And now I'm going to tuck that one in there. There. Those little gems are a bit big actually. I thought they were, but there we go. That works. That's it. So that's that one done. So I have now got 3 pieces completed, and that's a lovely big journal card, and that's actually going to slot into the belly band, or a belly band that that I've done. I'm not sure, will it fit? I don't think it's going to fit in that one. It will not. So it won't fit behind that one. But there is another one that it will fit behind, which I actually did this for. I just wanted to see if it would actually fit on that one. So that's it for today. I'm sorry I didn't show you the whole thing. That was my bad. I got a little bit carried away and just made a start on it without even giving it a second thought, to be honest with you. I got in do mode rather than record mode. So I will see you all again for Mishmash Monday, and have a lovely weekend, everybody. Take care. Bye.